This has got fuel, combination ATF and gasoline in it. You can see it. I filled that up 2 days ago. And it's still got fuel in it. So it has not weeped down or wept down past the rings yet. I don't know if this is a water pickup or if this is the exhaust. I'm not sure, but I poured gas and ATF down this. And of course it leaked out several of the places there, so I'm sure there's some seals and whatnot. The propeller had sheared the pin on it. That's why it was spinning. The shaft does not spin. So that's where we are. I took the flywheel off so I could get a big wrench on this and some washers so I wouldn't damage the threads. And that's threaded all the way down, almost flush with the top. So I'll take a big wrench every once in a great while, put it on here, and push it, wiggle it back and forth, and see if there's any give. It seems like I could detect that there was just a smidge of give. And I'm talking, you know, 1,000th or 2, maybe 3. I don't know if that's just wishful thinking on my part, or if I actually saw it. But one of the problems I have with trying to put any stress on that, this thing right here just rolls around so easily. I have to grab the handle and hold it and then pull the wrench that's on this nut right here. But I'm going to let this thing sit until the weekend. Today's Wednesday. I'm going to let this sit till Saturday, and I'm going to come out. And then I'm going to, if I can't get it to budge then, I'm going to pull the heads and see if I can get a block of wood in there and tap on the pistons. I've already stuck a 3/8 inch piece of dowel through here and gently tapped on the pistons with a hammer, and to no avail. But this may be more difficult than I had hoped for. But I'm going to keep on it. I'm not going to give up on it. This is something I feel I need to do. Wednesday, November the 8th. This thing has not frozen or not come unfrozen. I have poured 2/3 combination of 3 parts gasoline, 2 parts automatic transmission fluid in the cylinders 3 days ago, or 2 days ago maybe. I'm not even sure anymore. It's not going down past the rings. So I'm going to give it till the weekend, Veterans Day, and then if I can't free the crank up by then, I'm going to go ahead and pull the heads and smack the pistons with a hammer and a piece of wood. Now I'm going to pull this cover off right here. I don't know what this covers, but it's got screws in it all the way around, which I've staved off. There's one right there that won't come out until this cover comes loose. It's completely unthreaded, but it won't come out because of whatever this is right here is in the way. But I've got a nut right here. I think one more screw right here. I'm going to try to take this cover off and just see what's under there. If I can get it off, I'll be right back. Okay, I got this cover off. It's pretty gummed up in there. It went on right here. And that stud right there went down through that hole right there. This right here is clearly a carburetor. It's got a butterfly and I'll put this over here with the rest of the parts. I pulled all of the screws out of it and set them right there in the container that covered the spark plugs. So what do we got inside here? Oh, I see the pistons. I can see the pistons in there. Look at that. See those three holes? Let's see. These three holes, these three holes. Those go into the cylinders. And let's see. There's three more holes down below it. And those look into the cylinders. See if I can get this light situated here. There's a lot of crud in here. So I'm guessing this is the carburetor right here. And this is the throttle. It's controlled by the speed selector there. But inside there are the cylinders. I can see the rings, and the rings are stuck. I can see the rings are stuck. But at this point, what I can do is roll this engine over on the side. I'm going to tighten the spark plug down to trap the ATF and gasoline solution that's in the top of the cylinders. I'm going to roll this thing over sideways. Let me go ahead and snug those things down. So that should capture that stuff in there. Okay, let's roll this thing over. See what comes spilling out, if anything. Nothing did. I'm going to hook this right on that and let that thing sit sideways. I'm going to shoot penetrating oil. Oh man, this is awesome. This is freaking awesome. I'm going to shoot tri-flow down there on those cylinders. Tri-flow, tri-flow. There's the tri-flow. I can get up there and get it. And I don't see any of the gasoline and acetylene, I think I'll go have another beer. Gasoline and automatic transmission fluid leaking down the cylinders from the spark plug hole to this part. But I'm going to load this up right here with tri-flow. Let that percolate overnight. So I'm not a two-cycle expert, but what I'm guessing is this is the intake and this is the exhaust. So this exhaust would come out and go down and come out. I don't know if it comes out the foot or where it comes out. But that is all gummed up in there. I don't think there's anything on the other side that can come off. I don't see anything. Tomorrow morning I'll flip this thing over and see if there may be a way to get that in there. But I'm going to let this tri-flow percolate on that stuff overnight, and we'll see if it filters on down and through. That is awesome. Just for grins, if you look right in here, I see some bubbles percolating up. So it looks like this tri-flow stuff is starting to settle down in the cylinders around the piston. Yeah, the level, this was all the same level. The level of that one right there is lower right now. The level of this one is lower right now. So I'm going to top those guys off. I have to get some more tri-flow maybe. Boy, this stuff smells good. You think WD-40 smells good? You ought to smell this. This stuff is awesome. Tri-flow ought to make a cologne. Okay, so that's all topped off now. We'll come back in the morning and see if any of that stuff perked on through. That's awesome.